Alrighty, just looking at some of these lighters, like these big lighters. You can yeah, they have an adjustment on them right here where you can adjust it higher or lower. And there's not really much you can do with these as far as you could probably take it apart and adjust it. But they all are adjusted from the factory. And it's got an adjustment up here where you can make it higher or lower. So, I don't know if you could see that or not. Make it a little higher or lower. That little adjustment. But these big, they don't really have an adjustment. They're adjusted from the factory, and they're about that tall. No matter which one you get, no matter how low or high that they are. But they, on the inside, you can take one of these caps off, and on the inside, they used to have a little adjustment right there, but they don't anymore. It used to be right here where you adjusted it, but you can't adjust it anymore. Might can if you get under there, I don't know, but they're pretty much set, the little big pin. But you could pull them off. You used to be able to pull this off right there and adjust it in the front. But you can't do that no more because they're factory set. Snap back on. But these little old cheap ones, they have an adjustment on the front. That's on low. I'm going to make sure they're all on low. Yeah, they're all on low. But they're as cheap as they are. That's low. That's on low. Of course, it's pretty low on fuel too. And that's high. The high should be the low on this one. But on this one, that's on low. And there's high. So it's way, way too high. So this needs to be adjusted down, and this one needs to be adjusted up just a little bit. That's on low, and that's on high. So that's about right. The low should light up, and high, that's a little bit too high, but that's okay. At least you can cut it down, not burn your fingers, and not use as much fuel. But on these two, we need to adjust these because that's on low right there. So what we're going to do is take this top off here, or attempt to. And it shouldn't be too difficult. Like that. And just snaps on there. And then you got it should be an adjustment right here. You can see right here, what you got to do is you got to raise this up. Alright, wait a minute. It's over. You got to raise it up and move it over. Now, and you can hear it, and you'll feel a little click. And you're moving it over that deal, and then you mash it back down, and then you turn it to the left. Now that's low. That's too low. But that's high. See it goes around a little. I got it all. There we go. That's high, so you're gonna push it up, go over the top, and then back down on there, and then you can adjust it up. See, that's high now, and that's low. It's almost too low. So we'll go over 1 notch, and that's on high, and that's on low. That's on high. So now it's adjusted over to where that's a pretty good adjustment right there. That's low, it's barely on. And that's high. Ooh, that's too high. Go up and over a notch. There we go. There we go. And on high, here we go. All right. Adjust it however you want it. Then put your little cap back on there. Make sure you can't adjust it no more. There we go. Now it's back on there. That's on low. That's on high. A whole lot smaller than it was, so you can adjust it between there. But you can't adjust them. I don't recommend you adjusting them, but if you find one like that, if I find one like that, I adjust them to where they're decent. This one, it's just too low, even on high. That's too low. Now, granted, it's pretty low on fluid or fuel, but it's still just a little bit too low. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get it all the way over on high. I'm gonna move it over a couple of notches and drop it back down. Then I'm going to put this right back on there. You may have to squeeze that a little bit to make sure it latches on right. There we go. Now that's on low now. And that's high. See how much better that is? Like I say, you're not supposed to take these apart. I wouldn't recommend taking them apart, but if mine need adjusting, I take that top part off and adjust them. Just one quick tip. That one looks pretty good. The rest of them are pretty good. Now you can grab them and you can adjust them where it ain't too bad. All right, just a quick tip on lighters, and I guess that's it for now.